Hi everyone, it's me, Shauna. I was going to do this on a live session, but it's not letting me. So I hope that this is okay, that I come at you like this. Again, I know it feels like a one-way street, but it's really not. I really wanted to make this conversational and for you to engage with me a little bit if you don't mind. And you can do that just still by commenting in the sections, and then I'll circle back and we'll keep the conversation going that way. So I am Shauna. Thank you for being here. I help visionaries who are stuck, right? Who cannot reach their, or like really feel like they're meant for more and they're not getting that traction that they want in their business and their life so that they can have bigger impact in their growth and in their purpose. And I do that through community, and I do that through making sure that your content is amazing, right? Because I believe that community and creative content are going to be what propels you forward. So I wanted to do a session because I've been coaching and helping people who are they're just stuck in their sales and they can't figure out why their product isn't moving. And the other day, a lady had said, well, maybe I need a new product. And it was like, red light. Like, no, like first, before you jump ship, like, let's actually make sure that what you're doing are just not like a few tweaks away from actually building the momentum that you want. So why aren't you moving product? Why aren't you selling what it is that you want to sell? The first thing that I'm thinking about when you come to me and you're wondering, why am I not selling? I'm thinking, well, is her product even cool? Like, is it even remarkable? We know that if something's remarkable, if it gets people talking. So my husband is an artist. Well, he used to be. Now he's like a scientist, but hasn't done much artwork lately. But he's an artist, and as like a joke and as something to like be funny and weird, like that's kind of sometimes how my husband is. He put a collection of toenails on Etsy, and they sold, you guys. Like his toenails sold on Etsy. I'm so embarrassed to even admit that, but they did, and they were featured on the Huffington Post, which is totally bizarre. And if he can sell his toenails, you can sell like whatever it is that you're selling. I promise, because yours is probably way cooler than toenails. So if there's like a market of people who will buy toenails and feature them online, there's even like the worm industry for like fishing lures and things. $1 billion, guys, like $1 billion industry to sell worms alone. So I know that if you're in this group that you are way cooler than worms and you're way cooler than toenails. So the first thing I wanted to know is what you're selling. Are you making it remarkable, right? Like, what about it is cool? Okay, so answer that. Like, what about it that you're selling or your service? Like, it could be a service or a product. Like, what about it is really cool? That's what I'm wondering. The other thing that I'm wondering before you jump ship on your business or your big idea is the psychology of your buyer. So I had another lady who came to me and she told me that she wasn't hitting her sales goals and she didn't know how to move more product. And the first thing that I'm wondering is, well, where is your customer? Like, what time are they online? Or are you selling online? Like, what time of day are they buying? Like, when do they buy? When do they want to buy? Are you selling on the wrong day at the wrong time? Like, are you missing them like in your like sort of ads? Are you selling on the wrong platform? So like if we're going with this worm example, are people who are buying worms typically men? Like, are they going to be on Instagram? Like, not that Instagram would be a total waste, right? But like, don't put all your eggs in one basket. So make sure that you're like actually thinking about the psychology of your buyer. When are they buying? What time are they buying? How are they buying? Like, these are all important things, so that way you can strategically move into those little avenues to reach them. The other thing is that, I mean, I don't know the statistics, but I've heard the number floating around that lots of times you got to be in for your customer like 6 or 8 times before they even notice you. So a lot of times people, my clients seem to like, they put up an ad and like, buy my product, and then there's no like hits, right? Well, I mean, like, people aren't going to notice that, and you got to like be consistent. I mean, like, I'm not saying that ad in and of itself is quality marketing material, but you do need to be producing stuff both consistently and like cohesively, right? Across all those avenues that they may be at. So consistency, like, are you in front of your customer when they need to? Like, this is a perfect example. So I have 2 friends who sell weight loss shakes, 2 different companies, okay? And I had been thinking about how much I needed to lose weight. And the one of the two girls came to me consistently about every like 60 days, not in a spammy weird way, because she knew that I was trying to lose weight, but every time it was a bad time for me. So she connected with me about every 2 months until I finally said yes, until it was finally the right time. And I bought her, I bought over $200 worth of like protein shakes and like, things that I needed and I wanted, but it's also about making sure that you're catching your customer at the right time. Hang on a moment. So make sure you're catching your customer, you're in front of them, and that you're not forgetting about them, that they may not be buying because it's not the right time for them. Like, how many times are you thankful that the doctor's office like keeps calling you and telling you to schedule an appointment? Like, my dentist office does that. Like, they will call me, they'll text me, and they'll send me letters in the mail. And that's the same thing, like with this, right? So don't give up and make sure that you're actually being consistent and that you're giving yourself enough time, right? Like, it's not enough to just be consistent for like 6 days. You actually need to step back and think, what's the long-term plan of this? And it's going to take some time. Like, you need to be planting the seeds so that way you can reap your harvest. That's what I'm thinking about. These are the things that I'm like are going through my mind. I'm asking my clients when I'm on the phone with them. Okay. So, the other things are, is perfection stopping you from selling whatever it is that you need to sell? We don't sell often because we don't know what to say and we don't know how to say it, and we're so embarrassed about like how stupid we're going to sound. But I often teach that you will learn the way while you're on the way. This needs practice. So I tell my customers, again, sit down and actually write 10 things about your product that makes it cool and amazing and why they need it, okay? And start literally saying those things out loud. You have to practice and you have to role play. Like, selling is a skill and you need to work on that skill. And this is the best way to do that is by practicing. So don't let perfection stop you. Like, be proactive in your approach. Okay. The only difference in your life from today to a year from now will be the people that you meet. Okay. And so I always ask, how many new people are you meeting? How big is your network getting? Because the only difference in your life are going to be the people that you meet. So how many new people are you meeting? How many people did you meet this week? You want to sell? Like, you got to get that in front of fresh new eyes, okay? The other thing is, are you guys catching all this? Is like this making sense? I hope that it is, okay? This is like totally unedited, and I hope that's going to be okay. But I hope this is good, okay? I'm like sweaty, right? I'm learning as I'm going, okay? No, I'm just kidding. So the question is, why aren't you selling? Now I want to ask you a different question. Why aren't your customers buying? Like, that's a totally different question, right? And I need you to come at it from that approach, because selling is serving. So if you can serve their need about why aren't they buying, you can sell. So I had this lady, and I don't want to make this weird and spammy with giving you like, this isn't like an ad for her business. So I don't want this to be about a particular product, but maybe people aren't buying because they don't see how it fits into their life. Okay, so I'll just go on a whim and just say what it is. So this lady's selling oils, right? And why would anybody need oils, right? Oh, and she gave me a list, like very generic, right? Like for ailments and for cleaning. Okay, well, I still don't see how that fits into my life. Finally, in the course of this conversation, right? Because I give out the free like 1 hour, I give out like 37-minute consultations. And in the course of having this conversation, she finally admitted that you can use this product to replace candles. And when you're a mom and you have a whole bunch of kids, I instantly saw the value of, yeah, like I probably shouldn't have candles burning when I have all these kids, but I do still really like candles. But what's the replacement? So why aren't your customers buying? It's maybe because they don't see how your product or your service fits into the life that they have. Okay. So yeah, for sure that I'm starting to buy these particular oils that my friend is like this person that I'm working with, sell, because she made it very clear to me how I can incorporate this into my life. Same with like using them as a cleaning product, right? So the second example was, why aren't you selling? We changed the question to why aren't your customers buying? And we actually listed out all the problems that they have that may be why they're not buying. And then we address them, and then we make you the authority figure of addressing those problems. Okay. Um, that would be probably the greatest. I mean, if you can take anything from this conversation, take that away. Okay. Why aren't you selling? Why aren't your customers buying? List all the reasons why they're not buying and start to address those questions. And this is where the magic happens. This is where selling becomes serving, because you're in front of the customer's problems and you're providing them with information that they will then naturally want or need your product, right? People buy for two reasons: fear of loss or for gain. Okay. And so if you can take those elements and address them in the problems, you're going to have a customer and you're going to be able to move your product. I mean, it's not magic, but it's going to take some practice, and it's going to be incorporating your service, your service of product and your service of information, and making it professional. Okay. Like actually professional and cohesive across like all the online resources, or however your marketing materials work. I don't know. Like, you know your business better than I do, but those are the things that I'm thinking. Okay. So just a quick recap. This may be a little sporadic, but hopefully it helps, right? Is your product remarkable? What's the psychology of your buyer? How are you selling? Is perfection stopping you? Are you getting in front of your customers and addressing their problems? Are you actually serving their need? Are you in front of their problems, right? And how big is your network? Are you meeting new people? Are you actually going out there and expanding? Like, if you want to go from 5,000 in sales to 10,000 in sales, like, you're not going to be doing that if your network is exactly the same, okay? I hope that helps. That's be pretty awesome. That's a couple tips. It's how I would communicate to my clients about selling their product. If you want the free consultation, 37 minutes on the phone, you brain dump, and I draw out the problems that you're having, and then we actually put them on a path and give you real strategy that's practical for your life. So if you want that too, just comment and I'll get you on the schedule, and we'll schedule an appointment for that. But totally free, non-obligatory, and a lot of fun and real solutions for you, so you can build that traction in your life for the greatest impact in your business. Sound good? Okay. Thanks, you guys. Bye.